Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will take you through a complex sentence. I will give an example of a complex sentence here on the board, and we will look at the various elements that make up a complex sentence. The sentence here on the board has two parts. The first part, since alcohol is a drug, and then the second part, it can lead to addiction. In the first part, since alcohol is a drug, cannot make sense on its own, like a situation where I come to class and I say, since alcohol is a drug, everybody will be looking at me lugubriously and wondering to hear what next. It does not also convey a complete idea. The second part, it can lead to addiction. I can come to class and make this statement, and I will have communicated a complete idea, and I will have also made sense. So the first part is what we call a subordinate clause. And a subordinate clause is a group of words that cannot make sense, they do not convey a complete idea, and they rely on the other parts of a sentence to make sense. The second part of the sentence, it can lead to addiction, can make sense on its own, can convey a complete idea, and does not rely on the other part of a sentence to make sense. And we call it the main clause. Let us also remember that a clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a finite verb. So the first part of the sentence here is a subordinate or dependent clause, while the second part is a main clause or independent clause. So a complex sentence is always formed by adding a subordinate clause to the main or independent clause. So the subordinate clause in this case is since alcohol is a drug. I want to also tell us that the word that begins the subordinate clause is what is referred to as the subordinating conjunction. So since is what we call subordinating conjunction. So examples of subordinating conjunction, we can have since, like we have there. We can have after. We can have while, when, before, although, though, among many others. Let us also remember that in a complex sentence, when we begin with the subordinate clause, like in the example given here, there is a comma that separates the subordinate clause from the main clause. When we begin with the main clause, there is no comma separating the clauses. For instance, alcohol can lead to addiction since it is a drug. So let's remember that a complex sentence is formed by adding a main clause or independent clause plus one or more dependent clauses or subordinate clauses. The word that comes at the beginning of a subordinate clause is what is referred to as subordinating conjunction. Viewers, thank you so much for your support for this channel.